Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. Joining us this morning is behavioral health specialist Tanya Sims from Valley OBGYN. Thank you so much for being here, Tanya. How are you today?
I am so good. It's so good to be here. Thank you, Colette.
We are so delighted to have you. Thank you. Today we are talking all about behavioral health. So can you explain, Tanya, the integrated behavioral health model that you have at Valley?
Yes, what we have at Valley OB is an integrative model. What that means is that we've taken behavioral health and the medical model and it's blended together to provide a wraparound of care with a specialty program. I've been working in behavioral health in some type of integrative model for over 15 years. And it's interesting to have it at an OBGYN office for our practice as well, because we know mental health and physical health blend hand in hand. And when you have your team together under one umbrella, the services for that patient or client actually is a smoother path to make sure they get the care that they need.
Oh, I love that model, blending
Yes.
mental health and also your physical health. That is so important. They are so intertwined. You know, Tanya, tell us a little bit about, is this common for OBGYNs to have this type of model?
Actually, it's innovative for an OBGYN office to have this type of model. I believe Valley OB, I can't think of any other practice in Saginaw or even in the state that has a behavioral health therapist. So it's innovative for this practice, but it's necessary. But it's a model that has blended over the years. And to have it at a specialty office is important. That way, that this office has taken a stand. We want to make sure that if there's any behavioral health services or any behavioral health care, whether it's the psychotherapist as myself, depression, anxiety, or the linkage of other resources for our patients as well. It's an exciting model, and to blend to make sure that everything from the medical to the blended behavioral health to the services in the community they might need for continued stabilization of their home is necessary for this practice, and they felt it was necessary to do so.
Yeah, you're taking care of the entire patient and their families as well. Tell us, where did the need for this come from, Tanya?
Well, the need comes from is a blended team. That when you look at your medical professionals and you look at your behavioral health professionals, and we work as a team approach. So if we're under one umbrella, that gives us the probability to work closer and providing the care for our patients. You don't have to go outside of the office. You can have something inside your office, and it's something outside your scope of practice. You have the probability of referring that patient a lot quicker. It's a quick model. It's a service model. It's a practical model, because everything is under one umbrella. If it's something that's outside of our scope that we want to refer to, we could refer to the psychiatrist, but it's a model that can happen today instead of later. Yeah,
I love it, Tanya, because it's so convenient. Not only is it convenient, it really just takes care of the entire patient, mind, body, and soul. I love that. Tell us,
also the key convenient part of it is as the psychotherapist here, I provide therapy and assessment and treatment plans and services and that nature as well. Not only do we do that, we link those resources to community. We link those resources with other providers in our community. If someone needs transportation, we're able to link those resources very quickly. If someone needs psychotherapy, I see patients every 45 minutes under the DSM model to provide that social care for them as well. So if they need anxiety, depression, situational stressors, postpartum depression, as that therapist, and I've been a licensed therapist for over 15 years and a social worker for 21 years, and this is my third time working in an integrated model. And why I believe it's effective is I have their primary care OBGYN office provider right here in the office. So if it's some services or it's some concerns, we can discuss that and continue for the stabilization, for the betterment of that person that's in acute need. Acute need must always be addressed. If there's a situation, they don't have to wait. The person doesn't have to wait later. They can get that care now.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's exciting to be able to provide this in this model.
It is ASAP. Okay, Tanya, tell us, for those people, I know you've piqued so many viewers' interest now. Tell us what other services, if they say, I want to go to Valley, what services can they look forward to getting there at Valley?
You know, it's incredible here. What services that you can, not only do we provide behavioral health care, we provide resources in the community that links those services with our patients. We also provide our medical providers, our MDs, our ODs, our physician assistants provide integrated care. And I believe what they do is the connection that they make with their patients as well. I believe that we provide that hand-on approach that there's some situational stressors. It's incredible to be in this model that our doctors actually take the time and take their patients in their office and talk things through so they can have an understanding of the care that they're going to receive in this model and in this practice. Is that I believe it's a caring, holistic approach to care about the mind, body, and spirit of the individual that we serve. And we're here to serve families and women and their families with resources and community connection when needed as well. In an acute and an emergency crisis situation as well. If there's some crisis, we handle crisis calls here. As a therapist, I take crisis calls. If I need to refer outside of our agency to communal health, to State Street Behavioral Health, to Dr. Japani's office, to Dr. Ali Ibrahim's office, we can coordinate that care as well. So those services is innovative in terms of our family getting acute care and ready care today.
And you know what, especially now during the pandemic, it's so important to have all of that in one place. It is just,
Absolutely. And the thing about the pandemic is that, and we talk about in terms of acute anxiety has risen for the unknown of what's happening in the future based on a medical condition that has a probability to end someone's life. So therefore, those services to be able to talk to someone, give them techniques on reassurance that they have a support team is important as well. And we're able to provide that here. We can provide it on site, and we have the ability, as we do, provide teletherapy as well for those that are not as comfortable actually migrating out or want to provide a little bit more privacy in their home. They have a ability for those services as well. So we looked at that roundabout approach to alleviate any barriers for our patients, but make sure they get the health care that they need. Well, and I'm excited to be a part of that team.
I know you are.
I do believe that we have an incredible team here, providing incredible services for incredible work to look for the betterment of our patients.
And Tanya, it's so exciting to have this all in our backyard. Thank you for giving.
It's all in our backyard.
Yeah, thank you for giving viewers this option. We know you're taking care of the mind, body, and soul there at Valley. We appreciate you calling in today.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us.
Of course, you're welcome. If you'd like any more information, please head on over to the hot link section at WNEM.com.